Landing struts primed. Rectors firing. Hey, Dad. Want to hear a joke?
Sure, sweet pea. I can always use a laugh.
Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis?
I don't know. Who?
Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
Yeah?
Okay. Good one, Cora. Hey, next time you see Barrett, try it out on him. So how much of a thrill has it been traveling with the one and only last descendant of the great Solomon Coe? Is it everything you imagined? Ain't you ever heard of sarcasm, friend? Okay, so how's it traveling with one of the great Coes? That better? Well, that's a first. I gotta say, it's a relief being with you. So many people hear Coe and they expect me to pull some miracle out of a hat. Time has a way of just building on itself. Solomon was a good man. Great one, even. But if he ever heard all the bullshit being talked about him these days, he'd flat out deck him. There's books about him, lots of them. All right, a couple of high notes. He was one of the first grav jump explorers, back when they had no idea of the dangers. First solo jump out of Sol System, all him. He explored all the planets in Cheyenne and settled Aquila. Plus he formed the whole Freestar Collective with Volley. So, as you can see, the names got some serious heft. I am. And I'm not. Yeah, there was a time, well before Cora, where it really weighed on me. I felt like every little thing I did or didn't do was a reflection on our great legacy. It's enough to drive you crazy. Now I just hope I can help Cora to... I don't know. Your kind words are appreciated. For my father, Cora, and me, everything starts and ends with Solomon Coe. He looked out at the stars, and he dreamed a way to get there. Imagine being the first person to jump into a new system, set foot on a new world. Well, I get it. That's powerful stuff. And now... I'm just getting sappy. You're a bad influence, you know that? You say the damnedest things. Well, I hope the comic book they make about our adventures is better than that rag on Solomon. The stuff they publish is just downright embarrassing. You need something? I was itching to travel with you again. No life signs nearby. Just a dead rock.
I'm not afraid to use this to defend my home and my family. But you sure as hell don't look like any spacer I've seen before. If you're with List, then I'm the keeper of the enlightened. It actually worked. I was wondering if I was just yelling into the void. That message was mine, all right. So let me get this straight. You heard a distress call and you flew all the way down here. What are you, some sort of priest or good Samaritan? I didn't know people like you were real, but I got a heap load of problems. And I'm willing to pay my share for the help. Couldn't we all, right? Used to be 4 families that List helped set up stakes in this system. We rarely saw eye to eye in the best of times, and believe me true, these ain't the best of times. Spacers started raiding and it's been getting worse. Only a matter of time before they end us all. Unless you're willing to help some hard-working, pig-headed settlers out. The Wens and the Bandas are farmers like me. Jacqueline the mayor and her daughter have some mining operation with dreams of hitting it big. I've tried in the past to get us to work together, but you don't join List unless you have a healthy dollop of obstinacy. The League of Independent Settlers. Good-meaning fools happy to set colonists up in independent space. The promise is freedom. True freedom. If you can fend off all the spacers and pirates the settled systems can throw at you. Really? I had no idea. The spacers have taken out the family's List satellites, so we can't even talk to each other. Isolate and eliminate, a classic tale. You fix the Lopez satellite and I'll open a secure channel and we can sync up and get the lay of the land. And then get all of our satellites operational. I have. Twice. I took out the old pickup. Last time I tried, I barely made it out alive. They're using the damn satellites as bait. My ship just isn't up for facing spacers. But yours, a whole different animal. List set us up with some secure communication satellites. Makes it hard for riffraff to pick us up. Well, in theory. The other families won't respond to communications on open channels. I figure if I didn't risk the distress call, we're all dead anyway. Absolutely. I mean, don't expect much. Look around. Not exactly swimming in resources here. But hey, good luck.
Cora's already finished the pre-flight checklist. That's my girl. Time to push some G's. Everything looks so pretty up here. We're in orbit.
is up. Sending the data on the other satellites. You do hear me, right? Hello? I figured you might. Not gonna lie, there'll be more of them ahead. It's gonna take some time dealing with someone competent. I don't suppose you want a job working hydroponics. No one ever says yes to that. Huh. Once you repair the other satellites, I'll open a channel to the other families.
Sarah, not this again.
I hope the other families are okay.
Tell you, there's no point in
The sooner we
setting up
make
that
contact
wager.
with them, the better.
So you intend to stick with the ridiculous notion that the beer served at the hitching post is better than Jake's?
Better than Jake's? Better than Madame Sauvage's place in Neon? Better than anywhere, hands down.
You must have banged your head on the console during that last grab jump. No one in their right mind would make a claim like that.
If you want for your money away, I'd be happy to take it. Otherwise, let it go already.
One day, we're going to system hop and test your theory. I just hope you're ready for some serious disappointment.
you there?
Albin? How the hell? I'm almost glad to hear your voice.
Listen, we need to meet, all of us. These spacers have got us on the ropes.
What sort of game are you playing? We're not going to fall for another of your cons.
No game, no ruse. Times have changed. We need to move on or we'll all be the saddest little footnote in history.
We can meet, but it'll be on my ship.
Fine.
Huh.
I closed the call. So that's good old Jackie. Get to the other families. Hopefully they'll give us a better reception. I'm turning over a new leaf. In that vein, we have to meet all the families.
Oh, I bet Jackie's gonna love that.
Oh, she was a real peach about it.
So she's in?
Has to be her ship, but she's in.
I'll come over. And Albin, it's good to hear you.
Oh, you're choking me up here. Well, head on over to the rendezvous. And that's the last of them. Stranger, let's meet up on Lemaire's ship. I'll square away payment, but I have a feeling this ain't over and there may be further paying work ahead.
This is where I belong.
Figured you'd need someone else to do something useful.
Charming as ever. First things first, I'm pretty sure the Spacers got the wins. No contact with them.
All of them? My God.
Shit.
They were good people. They died. Needlessly. Because we couldn't get our act together.
That's rich coming from you. You've scammed me time and time again, Albin.
The Spacers are a threat to us all, Jackie.
And that is the salient point. Mistakes were made, we need to get past that. What I'm proposing is a mutual defense pact, nothing else. Each of us throws in our ships, men, materials, and whatnot, enough to protect all of our asses.
I wouldn't give you one solitary ounce of helium-3 if my life depended on it.
The problem is, it does. I think we all need to cool off. Stranger, a word? First things first. You did an honest day's work, you deserve an honest day's pay. Here, with heartfelt compliments. But I expect you know what's coming next. We're not military folk, and I'm not ashamed to say we are out of our depth. I'll pay you more, much more. If you can help kick the Spacers out of our system for good, and coordinate our efforts to do so. You are something else. So we're not babes in the woods. Each family has a ship or two and hard men and women that can handle themselves in a firefight. But the root of the problem is, admittedly, a self-inflicted injury. My family was here first, and when Liz sent other families here, perhaps I didn't take to it kindly. Might be I made an odd credit here or there at their expense. Something Lemaire especially has never let me live down. But now we need the Lemaires and the Bandits both, I reckon. Listen, I'm not proud of what I did, but this was my system first. Then Jackie comes lately arrives, and maybe it rubbed me wrong, but it's ancient history. We gotta evolve or we're just fuel for the Spacers. I wouldn't hold my breath with Jackie. But Band is good folk. Well, hopefully. We need to cooperate now, but also in the future. We need a mutual defense pact. As our new mercenary commander, please talk with Band and Lemaire. Lemaire, God help us, especially we could use. Her family's got the most ships and crew by far. But if she's a lost cause, Ben and I can muddle through.
Just so you know, Albin is a con man and a thief. Associating with the likes of him reflects poorly on your character. When my crew first arrived, Albin was all charm and eager to deal. It seemed like the start of a fruitful relationship. But quickly it became clear that he was grifting us. Machines we bought broke down, shipments he hauled for us went missing, and help he promised never materialized. I swore I'd never work with him again. Oh, he's lucky I'm not a vengeful woman. Don't be so certain. So here's the deal. Odds are good my crew can hold out against the Spacers all by ourselves. If we're gonna band together, I have the most to contribute and the most to lose. The smart play for my interests is the Lemaire's hunker down and outlast the storm. I may not be some sort of military expert, but you can't know that for certain. There are considerably safer ways of earning credits. Well, if you're offering. You sound very certain. I mean, if I could trust all parties involved, of course, you're right. Well, you might have a point. Fine. Let Albin know that I'm willing to try this defense pact for now.
We need to stand together. It's as simple as that.
Hello, stranger. Your work in getting the satellites up? You've done us a good turn. I know it was paying work, but a lot of mercs wouldn't even take a list contract. You here to talk about the defense pact? List is long on ideals, but short on credits and, well, sense. Don't get me wrong, they've got the best of intentions, but intentions alone aren't enough. I figured he might. I mean, I agree that right now coming together makes sense, but going forward, it's hard to imagine Jackie and Albin working together for the long haul without one winding up with a knife in the back. If you can get those stubborn mules to work together, really together, they might be able to see the sense of this defense pact going forward. Not much of a choice, really. Well, the bandits will join the defense pact. We got one ship operational, another we can patch up. It's not much, but you'll have us when you need us.
So is the defense pact in business? Come on, don't keep me in suspense. Wait, she's in? I heard you right? How in the hell did you manage that? I guess there's no need to know how the sausage gets made this time. So, the sensors have picked up 2 contact groups. Undoubtedly our spacer friends. We don't have many ships, but we can send them with you. Or hold them in reserve's your call. Expect more than you encountered at the satellites. How much more? Hard to say at this distance. You got it. I'll send the long word. After you deal with the spacers, meet back on my farm. I've got an idea how to find where the spacers are based.
Ready to tip?
Tech smoke there. We're free. changing my mind.
precious life is.
Glad to hear you're back, safe and sound. Banda, you owe me 30 credits.
You're tougher than I thought.
Easy money. So while you were doing that, I used the communication satellites to triangulate some spacer's chatter.
You did what?
I'm more than just a pretty face. Anyway, there's an old derelict star station the spacers are using as a base. I mean, there's a real outside chance there's a relay or something there, but these spacers aren't the most savvy of customers. I'm telling you, that's where they're holed up. Couldn't say it better myself. There are undoubtedly a lot of spacers there, both ships and men on the station itself.
We need to excise this cancer from our system. Every last one of them.
100% agree. So, oh glorious leader, any words of wisdom or inspiration before we embark? This is it. The big one. We need to bring everything we got to bear. There won't be any do-overs on this one. We'll all be waiting for you to jump in.
Been a while since we've had guests.
Ready for what comes next. Orbital insertion achieved. We're spacebound again.
Dead in space.
There's a computer over there. Might be worth a poke. Hey, you ski? I love skiing. You should see Cora. She's a terror on the slopes. Hi, ship. Glad to see Cora hasn't taken off. I swear she's gonna do that one day. That's how you go. Take the good stuff. Leave progress.
This is the first deep breath I've taken in months. I make no illusions. You did this, and now it's up to us to keep it going. Very diplomatic. It's horseshit, of course, but it sounded nice. the rest of the families and I, well, we chipped in for a reward. I know it's probably a pittance compared to what someone like you makes, but we're just dirt poor farmers and miners just trying to get by. I think I need to shut up now. Don't want to get... Who the hell knows? We're coming off a victory, so that might buy us a honeymoon period. But maybe it'll last. Don't you dare! I have my precious reputation to maintain. If you ever are in this system, you come back and visit. We'll give you a warm welcome for the ages.